This is Financial Standard, the definitive source of news, thought leadership and analysis for Australian wealth management professionals. Financial Standard. Take the lead.
I'm Cassandra Baldini with Financial Standard. Recently, I attended the AFA conference and sat down with Diverger's Managing Director, Nathan Jacobsen. We discussed the future of advice.
It's so lovely to be here. I feel like it's a really great vibe this year, fairly positive reaction. I mean, I know that it's not been on for 3 years, so I think everyone's really happy to be back. I mean, you're up next. Can you give us a little bit around what you'll be talking about?
Yeah, well, we're talking about regulatory uncertainty and what that has contributed to cost of advice, confidence, advisors entering the industry, off the back of all the change that's happened over the last few years. So that's kind of the purpose of the panel. And we've got Leah Siaka from ASIC, from the policy team, and we've got Shail Singh from AFCA, because they obviously have quite an influential role in how consumers and advisors engage with things when they go wrong. And then we've got myself representing large licensees, and then Paul Forbes representing a small self-licensed practice.
When we spoke last time, you said that Diverger is really looking to build scale. Is there any more plans, in the pipeline for that?
Yeah, well, I think scale is part of it, and because scale creates the ability to invest, and the industry that we've been in has for a long time been dominated by the banks, the large institutions. And then, as we all know, through the Royal Commission, they retreated from the market very quickly. And some of the challenges that we had in the industry that led to the Royal Commission were a product of the advice infrastructure that we use. And, I think when I look back, one of the things that we got wrong was we didn't invest in the infrastructure for advisors and licensees to rely on. And so some of those issues would have been found, would have been dealt with. Our view at Diverger is that these challenges need to be solved, and small advice businesses don't have the capacity to solve that themselves because they're busy serving their clients. So, we see us and others playing a role in building the muscle, building the scale to actually go and invest. And that includes, automating some of these manual processes. That means using digital advice tools, but also just bringing institutional scale to small businesses. That's how we think about scale.
So any more mergers in the pipeline, or?
None that I can tell you about. Look, we think consolidation has to happen in the industry. I think we are one of the larger service providers, and yet by listed company standards, we're small. And the industry is fundamentally a cottage industry. So more than half the advice firms are less than $1 million of revenue. So, M&A is on our agenda, but we're not alone. I think a number of the players in the market agree that consolidation needs to happen. The only question is how to make it happen.
Oh, 100%. And I mean, as I said before, I think the vibe is very positive, this year at the conference. There is that collaborative, environment and feel. Do you think that, the outlook is brighter for the future of advisors?
I think we're at a really exciting phase. The last 4 or 5 years have been tough. We've dealt with really complicated change, and a lot of advisors have left, and a lot of businesses have been under strain. But the advisors we work with, they have so much opportunity in front of them. They're really entering a unique phase where the demand for services exceeds their ability to supply it. And, we have no regulatory reform that's about to transform our lives. We have clear air, and we've got the opportunity to really innovate. And after 2 years of COVID as well, advisors are relationship people, and they're loving being back together, and we're loving being back with them. We brought our Paragym advisors together several weeks ago in the conference, and we did the same with GPS a couple of weeks ago as well. And the atmosphere is the same. They're just absolutely excited to be around each other. They're excited about the future. And in fact, we brought 19 university students together yesterday as well. So we ran a program with Strava, in partnership with Strava. And we had a bunch of, late teenagers studying at uni who were keen on advice, and we brought them in and we presented, we had advisors present to them, we had licensees, and I've got to say it was fun and they were excited.
Thanks for listening to this Financial Standard podcast. For more information, visit financialstandard.com.au. Please keep in mind that the information discussed in this podcast is general in nature and does not consider personal circumstances. Reliance should not be placed on any content without further independent financial research and advice.